Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back.
Hello there everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. In today's episode, we're going to continue where we left off, and we are going to do our challenge stage against the Komodo brothers in the second area. So without further ado, let's start the show. Introducing the Komodo brothers. The smaller one is Komodo Joe. If you've ever played Crash Team Racing or CTR for short, you've seen Komodo Joe as one of the bosses for the stage. This big fella here, his brother's name is Komodo Mo. And basically you're just kind of fighting both of them. So again, like I mentioned before, I'd never played the first two Crash games ever. So as far as this goes, I'm basically just doing it by trial and error. Also, another quick tidbit, you want to make sure you stay at least somewhat far enough away from Komodo Mo, because he will use his sword and he will swipe at you, even though his brother is like still spinning around, or Joe is just kind of in a daze and sitting there. So, basically, in order to beat this stage, you want to make sure you, for starters, avoid Komodo Joe while he's spinning. It is very important. Number two, you want to make sure you do the spin, because that's how you're going to get Joe to smack into Mo. Number three, when you hit Joe into Mo, Mo is going to start throwing swords around the entire arena. It's gonna happen, and it is not fun, but you just want to make sure you are far enough away from Mo, because he does move pretty fast. And again, he, on the third go around, basically what he's gonna do is you gotta avoid Joe, and you have to avoid Mo throwing swords at you. But it's all okay, because you know what? We beat him really quick, and you can't go wrong with that. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the next level in our game. We're going to stage 3, and we're just jumping right into it. This stage is called Plant Food, and again, I'm so sorry. Normally what I do is I will kind of give you guys a quick little preview of like all the stages and everything in the warp room, but we're gonna do something a little different for this one. Not the best time, but that's okay. Alright, so let's start this over again. If you guys remember, in some of the earlier stages, the purple plants will attack you immediately. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The closer you get to them, they're just gonna go ahead and try to eat you. Normally, if they were the red plants, you would have like a bit of time, but there are no red plants in this one. These man-eaters are just going straight for you. And it's vehicle time, my favorite time of the game. Quick tidbit though, the mines that you see right there, you definitely want to avoid those, and you also want to avoid the whirlpools as much as possible, because if you go straight into it, the Aku mask will not protect you from it. You are just straight going in there, and there's no getting out. So again, you definitely want to be careful when you're going past these whirlpools, especially in these close range areas. You want to make sure you use your booster and make sure your timing is okay, so that way you can just get through without any problems. They don't make it easy for you in any of these stages, but that's okay. Oh, alright. Alright, I'm good. I almost messed up, but I'm good. Alright, so let's go ahead. Oh, no, no. Oh, okay. Perfect. And I would hit one of the nitroglycerin crates while I'm at it. Great. Even though I only have 0 lives, just hitting the checkpoint doesn't help, but okay, let's just see what happens. It goes from there. Again, guys, you want to remember to get the TNT crates as well as the nitroglycerin crates. Although you won't have to worry about the nitro crates, only because, and I'm so glad I have that Aku mask, only because you can hit the little exclamation thing at the end of the stage. And we are off to our bonus stage for this. Here we go. For this stage. Next up, free life. So I won't die and have to start over, but I did die, but I don't have to start over from the stage, so that's a good consolation, I guess? Anyway, let's wait for this TNT crate to go through. Like I was saying before, you want to make sure you hit these TNT crates throughout the stages, just because the nitroglycerin special box does not affect them. So you hit those, and those go toward your crate count at the end of the game. Well, the end of the stage. But this bonus stage wasn't so bad. I just had like the literal perfect accident, and I am now at 3 lives right now, which is more than enough to help me get through. Okay, so without further ado, we are going on our second vehicle adventure. Quick thing, the man-eater piranha plants, they are gonna be on special platforms while you're going through the water right there. Another thing too is when you get up here, checkpoint, but you want to make sure you take the piranha plants out first. Otherwise, you're just going to be going through a gauntlet of man-eating piranha plants, and it will not be fun at all. You just want to make sure you get those guys off the way, because if you want to get through this, you need to get that, because as you can see, I don't have an Aku mask, which means I am just going to lose all of my lives immediately. As soon as I hit that first corner. That's one. I wouldn't even get right here. So, another thing, just make sure you boost, and you'll get that right there. Platform. Another man-eater plant, but that's okay. Because he missed me. Alright, so, again right there, it's the end of the stage, so we now have our nitroglycerin exploder. Okay, let's do this again. Knock out all the man-eating piranha plants, and then we're going to go and, well, I won't get an extra life on this one. And then we're gonna go to our, nah, I can't say mechanical, but our wakeboard or surfboard? Our engine surfboard? Okay, we're just gonna go with that one. And we're gonna get past this guy right quick. And booster. Okay. So, perfect timing on these. Just make sure you wait until they jump, because nitroglycerin crates jump, which is ridiculous. But we did that, and we got a gem. We got a crystal, and we got a gem. We are the Crystal Gems, yeah. That's for the Steven Universe fans, if you guys have ever seen that show. Well, without further ado, we are done with the stage, Plant Food. And we got our crystal, and we got our gem, and he has to do his little dance. So, for the next stage, Sewer or Later, which is right there, I'm actually going to do a little something special. I'm going to go as Coco Bandicoot for this one. Just because, like, why not? Like, who doesn't like a little Coco Bandicoot in their Crash Bandicoot games and just playing as her? It's adorable. And we start off with the Aku Aku mask, so can't go wrong with that. And I really hope I'm pronouncing like the Aku Aku mask right. I really do. Alright, so it's the Scrubbing Bubbles crew. And we have a guy who's just sitting from the ceiling with the flamethrower. And who just all of a sudden decides to yell to the top of his lungs. For what reason, I do not know. But he's not important. We're just gonna continue on with our stage. So, just like our last stage before, it was an eel deal. We got eels, we have scrubbing bubbles, and I don't know if you can see them, but we have armored rats again. Yeah. Not my favorite baddies, but, you know, it's whatever. I'm just gonna get through it. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't make that. Another guy who is with his flamethrower, and we gotta wait for him to stop using the flamethrower and then hear that awful, like, yell. Like, I think they could have done better with that. Okay, so, going through this stage here, pretty much it's the same thing as... I literally, ouch, that hurt. Quick tidbit though, and I think I've mentioned this before, bonus stages count as checkpoints. So what you want to do is you want to make sure to get the bonus stage first and then continue on. Especially, and I don't know if you guys saw that there was a box for a Aku Aku mask right there. If I hit that box before, with this part, you want to make sure you jump up with Coco and then you hit the slam button so that way she can jump up and get on top of the platform. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. This time we are going to get through with ease. And that would be my cat messing with stuff again. For reason she won't leave me alone, but I think I gotta give her some attention after this game. That's okay. Alright, so let's go. And I got all boxes. Sweet. Alright, jump up. And so again, like I mentioned before, the nitroglycerin crates and the TNT crates count to your crate count at the end of the stage. So you always want to make sure you get those. You always want to make sure you hit the nitroglycerin special box. And for this part here. So, the blades are going really fast at this part. What you want to do is you want to make sure you just kind of walk up, hit the scrubbing bubbles at the right moment, and he will slam into the fans. He's gonna auto-regenerate as you saw, so there's no need to worry about like trying to hurry up and make it through. Just hit him through there and you will be set because they are going extremely fast even with one, and I would rather just get it out the way versus having to try and time it right. But on the bright side, with this one, we have TNT crates here, and very big explosion. And I mean big. And just like the other stage before, and I literally can't believe I'm forgetting it all of a sudden. That's another special crate. And we got our nitroglycerin crate, and we have to hear this guy yell again. But we're gonna go through this tunnel first and just see where it leads out to, for anything else. Okay, so eel, man with the flamethrower, and lots of water. That should be fun. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. So this means I have to go back and go the other way and get what I missed, because I haven't got my crystal for this stage yet. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but alright, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I haven't got my crystal for this stage yet, so I'm assuming it is over this way, as soon as I can get past this guy. Because, yeah, and that should be the last time I hear that awful yell. Ugh. Yay, there's my crystal! Okay, so I gotta wait for my platform to come through, and oh yeah, I got a free life, and I got a crystal, and I get to go invincible mode, and I got all the crates for this stage. Sweet. Well, again, I think I just proved the theory wrong. Even if you're in invincible mode, you cannot get rid of those eels. They're part of the environment, so it doesn't matter. But what I do love about the invincible mode is that you run a little faster, and you can just run into anything, and it doesn't bother you. And I got my gem. My crystal gems. We are the crystal gems. Alright, so a very well done stage with Coco, just kind of doing this with her. My crystal, and my gem, and Coco happy dance, and wait for it. Okay, so apparently if you're Coco, it will automatically switch you back to Crash if there's a scene like this. And for the most part, guys, I'm gonna cut it off here for the time. And again, thank you guys so much, and it just changes back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of my Let's Play Crash Bandicoot Cortex Strikes Back, part of the Sane Trilogy. And I hope to have you guys tune in for the next episode. Thank you so much, and you guys